Hello. My name is Literary Haley, and I love to talk about books, specifically romance books where audiobooks are my jam. I'm a little late at getting around to this, but I have my physical TBR for the month of April. These are all the books that I hope to read this month. Let's start off with book club picks. I'm in the Probably Smut book club, and for the month of April, the book club pick is A Fate Inked in Blood by Daniel L. Jensen. I got this recently from Book of the Month. I am getting a special edition copy of this, but I want to mark up and highlight and annotate. And I don't want to do that in the special edition, so that's why I got this book. I'm pretty sure that this is a new adult fantasy. I read The Bridge Kingdom by her, and that was YA. And this is like a Viking romance. A shield maiden blessed by the gods battles to unite a nation under a power-hungry king while fighting her growing desire for his fiery son in this Norse-inspired fantasy romance. Found in an unwanted marriage, Freya spends her days gutting fish, but dreams of becoming a warrior and putting an axe in her boorish husband's back. Freya's dreams abruptly become reality when her husband betrays her to the region's Jarl, landing her in a fight to the death against his son, Borin. To survive, Freya is forced to reveal her deepest secret. She possesses a drop of a goddess's blood, which makes her a shield maiden with magic capability of repelling any attack. And it's been foretold that such magic will unite the fractured nation of Scotland beneath the one who controls the Shield Maiden's fate. Believing he is destined to rule Scotland as king, the fanatical Jarl binds Freya with a blood oath and orders Borgen to protect her from their enemies. Desperate to prove her strength, Freya must train to fight and learn to control her magic, all while facing perilous tests set by the gods. The greatest test of all, however, may be resisting her forbidden attraction to Borgen. If Freya succumbs to her lust of the charming and fierce warrior, she risks not only her own destiny, but the fate of all the people she has sworn to protect. Yeah, this sounds really good. I did struggle pronouncing some of the stuff in here, which is totally fine, but I did purchase the audiobook from Audible, so when I come back to review this or talk about this book, I will know the correct pronunciations. I'm excited to read this. I love Norse mythology, so this is going to be very intriguing. This is book one in a brand new series, so I'm definitely going to have to pay extra close attention and take lots of notes, hence why I got a copy that I can annotate and mark all up in. So this is going to be a good one. Moving along to my book club pick, we are going to read King of Wrath by Anna Huang. This is book one in the King of Sin series. I have heard nothing but good things about this series, so I'm really excited to get into it. This series is available on Kindle Unlimited. I already purchased the audiobook, of course. I really loved Anna Huang's Twisted series, so I'm really excited to get into this one. And I'm pretty sure that the characters within the Twisted series kind of come over, or we get glimpses of them throughout the King of Sin series. She was my North Star, the brightest jewel in my sky. Ruthless, meticulous, arrogant, billionaire CEO Dante Russo thrives on control, both personally and professionally. He never planned to marry until the threat of blackmail forces him into an engagement with a woman he barely knows, Vivian Lau, jewelry heiress and daughter of his newest enemy, the wife he never wanted and the weakness he never saw coming. It doesn't matter how beautiful or charming she is. Dante will do everything in his power to destroy the blackmail and their betrothal. There's only one problem. Now that he has her, he can't bring himself to let her go. Elegant, ambitious, well-mannered, Vivian Lau is the perfect daughter and her family's ticket into the highest echelons of society. Marrying a blue-blooded Rousseau means opening up doors that would otherwise remain closed to her new money parents. While the rude, elusive Dante isn't her idea of a dream partner, she agrees to their arranged marriage out of duty. Craving his touch was never part of the plan. Neither was the worst possible outcome, falling in love with her future husband. Yes, I can't wait to read this one. Okay, going back to fantasy, I have Lore of the Wilds. Look at the holographic. That is so stunning by Annalise Sabrana. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce this author's name, so I'm so sorry if I butchered that. This is YA. I don't know if this is going to be a love triangle. It's kind of giving me love triangle vibes. An abandoned library with a deadly enchantment, a Fey Lord who will do anything to get in, a brave human woman, a collector of stories, willing to risk it all for a taste of knowledge and power. Look at the mushrooms on the back. We also have a map, a stunning romantasy debut about an enchanted library, two handsome Fae and one human who brings them all together. In a land ruled by ruthless Fae, 21-year-old Lore Alayu's village is trapped in a forested prison. Lore knows that any escape attempt is futile. Her scars are a testament to her past failures, but when her village is threatened, Lore makes a desperate deal with a Fey Lord. She convinces him that she will risk her life for wealth, but really she's after the one thing that the Fae covet above all, magic of her own. As Lore navigates the hostile world outside, she's forced to rely on two Fae males to survive. When undeniable chemistry ignites, she's not just in danger of losing her life, but also her heart to the very creatures she can never trust. I love a good YA book. This sounds so good. I definitely need to purchase the audiobook before jumping into this. What I really love about what the author did with this is that on Amazon, you can see like characteristic traits and that kind of thing. I think it's really cool to get a little bit more insight on the characters, and I cannot wait to read this book. Heading in a dark direction, we have Bitter Secrets by Mia Knight. This is book 2 in the Sign series. Now, last month I read Bitter Hearts and I loved it. I tabbed it and all, and I had hoped to get to Bitter Secrets, but Bitter Secrets does not have an audio, and Bitter Heart does. This is a kind of like a second chance romance, if you will. So in book 1, we learn a little bit about their relationship. It starts off with them being split up and divorced and going their separate ways. However, he comes back into her life and kind of blackmails her in a way because he wants her back. It's kind of like mafia-esque as well. He came from nowhere and now he is everything. So I'm really curious to see where book 2 is going to go. This was also gifted to me by one of my dear friends, so I definitely need to get to her ASAP. Vivid by Beverly Jenkins. I plan on putting together a video of books that were published the year that I was born. So this was published in 1995. I have a few books already that I've read that were published that year, so I might do it in multiple parts. Who knows? Might be an ongoing series. I haven't read a whole lot by Beverly Jenkins, but everything that I've read by her I have absolutely adored and loved. I'm pretty sure that this has an audiobook available. Being a woman of color in 1876 has made finding work nearly impossible for dedicated Dr. Vivid Lancaster. So when she is offered a practice in the small black town of Niles, Michigan, the beautiful healer is determined to succeed despite the objections of the community's handsome, mule-stubborn mayor, Nate Grayson. Nate expected a male Dr. V. Lancaster to step off the train, not the ebony enchantress who now stands before him. And though her fierce, fiery sensuality makes him weak with wanting her, Nate has resolved to send the stunning intruder back to the big city where she belongs. But Vivid is a woman not easily scorned, especially with an ironclad contract in her hand and a passionate soul that implores her to seek ecstasy in her magnificent enemy's arms. I cannot wait to read that. The last books that I want to talk about, and I don't remember what this series is called, but it is a trilogy by Tessa Dare, and this is Tessa Dare's earlier works, and I've also heard that these are a bit on the steamier scale than her newer works. Book 1 is Goddess of the Hunt. Ever the bold adventuress Lucy Waltham has decided to go hunting for a husband, but first she needs some target practice. So she turns to her brother's best friend, Jeremy Trescott, the Earl of Kendal, to hone her seductive wiles on him before setting her sights on another man. But her practiced kisses spark a smoldering passion, one that can send all her plans up in smoke. Jeremy has an influential title, a vast fortune, and a painful past full of long buried secrets. He keeps a safe distance from his own emotions, but to distract Lucy from her reckless scheming, he must give his passions free rein. Their sensual battle of wills is as maddening as it is delicious, but the longer he succeeds in managing the headstrong temptress, the closer Jeremy becomes to losing his control. When scandal breaks, can he bring himself to abandon Lucy to her ruin, or will he risk his heart and claim her for his own? So, a brother's best friend and kind of steamy lessons, if you will. Book 2 is Surrender of a Siren. These are not available on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm pretty sure there are audiobooks for this series. Desperate to escape a loveless marriage and society's constraints, pampered heiress Sophia Hathaway packs up her paints and sketchbook and assumes a new identity, posing as a governess to secure passage on the Aphrodite. She wants a life of her own, unsheltered, unconventional, uninhibited. But it's one thing to sketch her most wanton fantasies, and quite another to face the dangerously handsome libertine who would steal both her virtue and her gold. Is this a pirate romance? To any well-bred lady, Benedict Grayson is trouble in snug-fitting boots, a conscienceless scoundrel who sells the seas for pleasure and profit. Gray lives for conquest until Sophia's perception and artistry stirs his heart. Suddenly, he'll brave sharks, fire, storm, and sea just to keep her at his side. She's beautiful, refined, and ripe for seduction. Could this counterfeit governess be a rogue's redemption, or will the runaway heiress's secrets destroy their only chance at love? I don't know, but that does sound like a pirate romance if I ever saw one myself. The last book in the series is A Lady of Persuasion. Only one thing could convince Sir Tobias Aldrich, an incorrigible libertine, to profess undying fidelity to a woman he's just met: revenge. What better way to get back at an enemy than by stealing the scoundrel's sister? Not that Toby finds it a chore, seducing a beguiling, sultry beauty freshly arrived from the West Indies. When the prize is Isabel Grayson, vengeance is doubly rewarding. Isabel is determined to marry a wealthy, powerful lord and become a lady of influence, using her rank and fortune to fight social injustice. Sir Toby, with his paltry title and infamous reputation, is unsuitable husband material, but he makes her blood race, her heart pound, and her long-buried passions come to the surface. If she can reform the charming devil, she'll get exactly what she craves: society's respect. But it's a dangerous gamble, for if Toby wins the battle of persuasion, Isabel could lose her heart. And those are my April anticipated reads, physical reads, I should say. Have you read any of these books? Let me know what your thoughts were. Cannot wait to jump into them. But thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.